Great. I think we might be going live. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, time to see if chat actually works. Welcome, 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 welcome. I have no idea if chat's actually going to work here. It's been... God, how long has it been since I've last done a stream? So hopefully everything's working. Hello, hello. Hey, and it is popping up in the thing. Let's go. Alright, hey folks. You hear me? Yes! That's half the battle. Half the battle, I tell ya. Can you hear the music, or does the music need to be louder, quieter, anything like that? Hola, hola. All good, all good? Okay. Music perfect? Awesome. Did I really nail it first try? I think I might have. Hi, hi, hi. How's your event going? Getting a lot of pause, getting a lot of progress. Hola todos. Now this stream is not going to be in Spanish. You would not want to hear me try to do a Spanish stream. Oh, cool. So we'll get started soon. Just wanted to kind of make sure that everything was working properly and that nothing broke, because it's been, I think it was last in the summer when I did a live stream. Yeah, June 15th, so been quite a few months, but everything seems to be working. Lots of eyeballs in chat. I'll use my emojis that only I can use. Unfortunately, I do not speak German either. I wish. That would have been easy when I was in Germany, but unfortunately, monolingual. A little bit of Spanish, but not a lot. Let me just check something. Music is quiet, okay. I can turn up both, but the issue with my voice being a little bit louder is I think then it'll start to peak, per user's comment. So I would say turn up your volume a little bit, maybe. Yeah, because I'm looking at my levels right now and it's almost peaking, so I'm trying to avoid that. Currently a good mix? Okay. Alright. As long as I don't yell too loud, we should be fine. It really sounds like I'm talking through a layer of cotton or something. Okay, so what that probably is I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast to process my microphone live. Whereas usually I record stuff and then I run it through Adobe software online that kind of does noise suppression and stuff like that. It's a little bit different live than how I do it for my videos. Loud and clear, no muffling. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright. So, 17 seconds. Fun fact, there's nothing really special that happens once we get to 0 seconds, but I'll switch it over. Okay, so here we are on my Discord server, not Forge of Empires, right? In the background, okay. Yeah, let's go. All right. So how this is going to work, hopefully, is I'll run through an example here. So I have this channel on my Discord server called 2025 Wildlife Boards. It should be pretty much right at the top. So in the live streams category. So the moment you join, you can just head straight over to Wildlife Boards, and this is where most stuff is going to be happening. My voice is better? All right, I'll take it. So how this works is you can come over here and create a new post. So do, I don't know, my board or something. And then you can add a screenshot of your board or whatever setup you want me to look at. It could be at the start of a game, it could be in the middle of a game, so you only have 5 moves left. And then you can also choose the tags of what you're trying to focus on. So say you want pause, say you want daily specials, right? You can add those tags and then you can post it. And then what's going to happen is I get the screenshot and I copy the image. This is the first time I'm actually testing this. I bring it over into my image editing software, paste it, kind of blow this up so that it looks about right. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And then this way, a little bit smaller. I swear I'm a professional. And then what we can do is we can run through the event and give tips on the next best move. For example, in case you want to help out, you know, if you see anything that is worth pointing out or you think could be done better, you can say, oh, it's at, you know, I don't know, C4 to pop this block. And that way you're not having to deal with, oh, pop the one that's like 3 ways this way below the paw and to the right. So you can just call out a specific grid coordinate of where you're trying to go. And then we'll kind of talk through it and hopefully get you all a bit of pause, a bit of points, and maybe some daily specials along the way. I don't know. I figured this is something that a lot of people, right? This event isn't easy. There's some tricky bits with it. There's some things that can be confusing. For example, if you want to get this paw down, well, there's no green block below it to get rid of. So how do we get that one down? And then we can figure it out a bit. So this is my board, so I'll delete that. And why don't we switch over to getting the first board that I see. I know some of you are putting it in my example post here. Wait, let me switch back over. Some of you are putting it into my example post here, which, just FYI, please make your own post if possible. It makes it a lot easier for me to organize stuff when I'm going through it. And that way I'm not having to scroll up and down. I can kind of just directly click on one to go with it. So, first up is none other than Clashy. So, Clashy wasn't going to post, but didn't see any posts, so this is going to be our first board of the day. This stream is going to be somewhat laid back. It's not going to be super stressful, so feel free to sit back, think about popping boards, and, I don't know, cozy up, be comfortable, and we'll just hang out a bit. Pop. Yep. All right. So here's our first board, and the goal for this one... Oh wait, let me switch it. All right. So here's the board, and the goals for this one are daily specials and pause. So daily specials means lots of big pops, and pause means that we need a lot of, well, paws, right? We need to get those to the bottom. So we're going on both chests and both paws. Let's take a look at this and see what we can do. In the meantime, while I'm thinking a bit, I don't want to just be spouting nonsense. How's your day going? All right. So looking at this, I think the clearest thing that I would do right here, and we do have 25 moves, so there's a lot of room to play with here, is I would immediately take out all of these yellow blocks here. How's that for a neat drawing? And then from these yellow blocks, you can then pop these two blue blocks will line, and you can get this pod down to the bottom. All right, Beef, you say this, I should see your board. We'll send it over in the chat, or send it over on Discord, and we'll see if we can figure it out. The question for me, though, is what we do with this paw right here, right? Because there's no yellow that we can easily get for it. So I think what we're going to have to do for it is hope that we get lucky. And that means that to get a yellow down, we have to clear either this column or we have to clear this column. So columns 1 or 3, right? And the question is, which one, what can we really do here? So there's a yellow here that I would like to bring down, but there's going to be no way to pop this blue and green, right? That's just not going to happen with how the paw is currently set up, and that means that we can only really do anything with column 3. So that's going to be the focus here. And since the yellow is all the way at the bottom, that means we need to get a yellow to spawn and come all the way down. So that's clearing this column in as few moves as possible. So the way I like to do this is try and figure out how we can get the same colors next to each other. Because if you look at something like, what's a good example? Say this green and this green, or this blue and this blue. If we can pop those together so that they're not separated, right? If we can somehow get this blue down to here and then pop them as a set group, that means that we're using one move instead of 2. So the first thing I would do here probably is, I think the first move has to be removing these green ones. So it's a hard one, Cap. All right. So removing these green ones, I think, is the first step, because then that brings these red ones down, and then you're able to pop H3, right? However, we still have a green here, and the way we get that is after popping... All right, Uber's going to do some image manipulation here. All right, this is going to be iffy. But once you pop these green, poof, they're gone. That means all of these are going to fall down. And then all of these will fall. And then from there, you can get these reds out of the way. But I think we could still do better than that, because now you have these reds, and from there you can start working your way down the column. So you could get those reds out of the way by going like that. Then you could get your blues. This is going to be a really rough edit, but you'll get the idea. And then can bring this down. And hopefully by this point a yellow block will have spawned up here that you can start working your way down. Aaron says they would pop the top blue, then H5, red 3, 4. Let me go back to where it was so I'm not desecrating this board anymore. Alright, so you're saying top blue, then H4, H.5, and then red 3 and 4. Yeah, that would definitely work. That would work too. Beef asks if I use FOE helper. I do, but it's kind of hard to do that live. Yeah. And then from there with this board, there's not really much you can do with it. I think it's mostly depending on what spawns, but yeah, hopefully that helps somewhat. So the big thing, get this paw down first, and then you just have to work with column 3 to try and get some yellow. And let's go back to Discord. next board is from none other than a mobile player, Tan, I think is how you pronounce it. If I'm wrong, my apologies. Oh, while I'm getting this set up, ATEP asks, how many current and previous wildlife event buildings offer quantum incursions boosts? The answer is not that many. I believe, I want to say only 2, or in terms of main buildings, there's only a couple. So if I go back, all right, we're doing a short little side note of the support page. If you don't know, go to support.innogames.com, and they have a whole knowledge base of articles that you can check out, and it lists all the wildlife event buildings that currently are in this event that are new, and only new buildings have quantum incursions boosts. So take a look through here and you'll see everything that you're looking for. Alright, but anyways, switching back to Tan's board, they want a little bit of everything. So we'll see what we can do. Now looking at this board, there's something, I want to say a little bit red, that stands out to me on it. I don't know about you, but to me, red seems like this is going to be the best pop. OP board, yeah. Yeah, this is quite a crazy one. So let's see. I think the first thing is going to be actually not to get this big red mass here. Because as awesome as it is, I would probably actually pop these ones up here first. And the reason for that is we are hoping to get an orange and a green. Currently there's no orange or green here. There's no way to get this paw down. So by clearing this, hopefully we will see orange and green, and then, you know, from there we can go maybe make another decision. But that way we can clear these 3 blocks, and then the next click, which I would do as the whole massive red blob, would be to clear out this entire column worth of blocks. This person is aiming for both pause and league points, so both, per Aaron's question. I'll add this. Both. Oops. Yeah. And the reason that we do that is so that we can clear out the whole column. Otherwise, these 3 are going to drop into a place where they don't line up as neatly with these ones, so we might not get as good of a pop. So from there, right, this is 1. I can't draw with a mouse. This is 1. This blob is 2. And then after all that falls, the question comes, no, wait, folks. Wait, folks. Thinking on stream is difficult. But I think we actually don't go with the big red blob as our second move. I think what we do is we go for these, we go for these oranges right here. Okay? Hear me out. And then when this whole big red blob falls, I don't know, maybe we'll get something else. If not, you could just do that and then pop the blues, or pop the oranges, then pop the blues, and hopefully a green will drop in. But other than that, right, I think this board is a pretty nice one. Actually, I'd be happy to have this board. So I think, Lytac, I think your board is pretty well set. Oh, but we got some news from Clashy. They got a yellow, and it worked out. So look at that. They managed to get both of the paws that were on the board originally, and I'm glad to see that. Clashy, do you want us to circle around and try and figure out this board too? Let me know. All right. Next up is one from Jaden. This is a brand new board. So this is for daily specials and pause. Need one moment to reset everything. So where are all of you in terms of progress so far? Are you where you want to be? Are you pretty far on the pass? Are you right at the beginning, like saving tickets? Trying to get a sense of how everyone's doing in this event. Okay. And let me grab this so I can put it up. I gotta figure out a stream format that doesn't involve me just taking a bunch of screenshots and putting them on stream, but at least right now it seems to work pretty well. None of you are saving quests? Yeah, that's where I am too. Beef is sabotaging all his neighbors as we speak. Well, feel free to plunder some of them for me. Alright, you can tell them Uber told you to plunder. Okay, so this board I'm actually really happy to see because it's a good example of where we can save some potential moves. Right. Also, this sunk is so intense, it's the Space Age Asteroid Belt one, if you're looking for it. So, look at column 3. Okay. We have greens, blue, green, red, green, yellow. So in reality, we have technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of colors that we can pop and get out of the way, but we don't have to do it in 6 moves, right? We can do it in a lot fewer. And the way we can do that is by getting this big mass of green blocks all together, and that way you can just do a minimum of 4 pops to get all this down. Which means that you have more moves to try and get stuff like this pop here or this one over here. So with that in mind, when we're trying to line stuff up, the easiest way to do it is to just not have stuff fall as we're trying to plan. So I think the best move here would be to work from the top down. So take the blue out, take the red out, take the yellow out, and then that way you just have one big wall of green that you can pop. The only... Actually, no. No. Alright, I'm changing my mind. Leave the yellow. Leave the yellow. And then, this yellow down here will drop, yeah, this yellow will drop down here, which can then let you get the red all the way down to the bottom. All the way down. And then that lets you take out this red, which hopefully will have some yellow and blue to work with as we get further down. Another path would be maybe going blue here. No, because they need to get the green. I'm trying to think of a way to get this yellow down to here. Does anyone see a way? Maybe if it was doing red first, then blue, and then green? I'm not 100% sure for this one, honestly. As per the other side of the board, I think there's not too much that can be done here. One thing you could do for a really big pop is just to remove these yellow ones here. Alright, now we have some ideas. Lower green and yellow to get the left red. That would work, yes. But the issue with removing those is then it's a little bit trickier with the blue right here because that'll split. Ellie says pop green D1 E3. That would work. That would work too. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, but if you want a really big pop, one thing you could do, remove the yellow. I know you're looking for daily specials, and the best way to get daily specials is those really big chests. So 6-star chests. If you do anything lower than that, the odds just aren't in your favor. So by doing a 6-star chest, you should be able to get all of it down to the bottom and hopefully get a daily special. So you could do the yellow first, and then you'll have a big green block that you can just pop. And I know that we're taking a lot of time on the boards here, right? I think this is the second or third board we're doing, and it's already about half an hour. So you don't have to take this long when you play your boards in the event. If you want to, you can. But it's just hopefully to give you some ideas and strategies of how you can play. I think we'll answer a couple questions that I'm seeing. So this one is from the Dominators. Let me throw this up here. Take a short break. So, Uber, when there are no paws on a board, should you still focus on getting a new paw, or should you work on league points by popping as many bubbles as possible? The answer is you can actually do both, right? You're not limited into one way or the other, and actually I would recommend by going for as many bubbles as possible, because I'm going to go back to our board here, right? Say none of these paws were on the board. I don't know, say we just had yellows instead. Oops. Let me try to illustrate my point. So say this is what the board looked like, right? And now we want to get as many paws as possible still. It's just that there are none on the board, so there's not much we can do. However, what you want to focus on is getting the biggest pop as possible, right? So when we're looking for paws, you want to use as few moves as possible to get the most blocks taken out. And right now the way to do that would be by doing the biggest pops possible. So that's popping the yellow and then probably popping some of these as well to get an even bigger pop. And that way you get a ton of league points, you might get a daily special, and you might get some more paws spawning after you do that. Yeah, good question though. Good question. Let me get our next board. Alright, I'm seeing some comments pop up. Alright, liked hand, pop the yellow ones, and it worked out just like I said. Awesome. So, happy to help, and I hope you get some of those paws down. I'm going to go to new boards here, and then we'll go back to the other ones later on. But, alright, here we go. Oh no, Mr. Coolio, starting off with our very first one of the stream, a 3-ticket board. Hopefully I can do it somewhat justice. Actually, that's a question for all of you. When you're playing the event, are you using a lot of paws? Are you using 1 ticket, 2 tickets, 3 tickets? How are you playing with your tickets? I know I'm going just 1 ticket most of the time, but I think a lot of people are doing it differently. I don't know. I haven't really asked too much, so please let me know. I'm curious. Sebastian says on main world 1 ticket, on farming worlds 3. That makes sense. That way you can get through it faster. Everyone gave up on 3 tickets because it hurts so much when you get worse RNG. Yeah. 3 tickets for now, don't see why not. Higher chance for daily special. So, something interesting, Aaron, that I have noticed is I think it's not... So say, right, you can start looking at the board for ideas if you want, but say we get this 3-star chest down to the bottom. Right? We make a 3-star chest and we drop it. I think it's... you get 3 times whatever reward that is. I don't think you get 3 rolls of rewards. I haven't actually looked too close yet, but I'm pretty sure you get 3 times whatever reward it is. So you actually don't really get a higher chance. But it does mean if you do get the daily special, you're going to get 3 of it, which is pretty nice. Hey, Malia. You do 1 at a time in worlds you're going for stuff, 3 at a time on others. Makes sense, makes sense. Alrighty. So let's look at what we're working with here. So the point of this board is points. So pause are out of the question, or at least not the focus here. And for points, that means you want the biggest, juiciest pops that you can get. So looking at this board, I think it's pretty clear that green is the most prevalent color, right? We have tons of green all over the place. The question is, how do we get all of that to touch? And with that, it might be a little bit trickier. So I'd say actually the first thing you can do is not green. Okay. So I think if you remove these red ones, right, that matches up these blue. You can remove this green one, and then you can get a decent blue box out of it. I think that'd be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blocks, which is decent. That's not terrible. So could do the blue, and then hopefully some of the green will drop down and you can try to connect this green and get rid of these red, and that could work. Let's see, what else? I really want to figure out a way to attach all this green together, but I'm not seeing a way to do that with this current board here. Oh, thank you so much. I think, do you want me to call you 42 or do you want me to call you XLLI? But thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Yeah. You just made my day. Thank you very much. So I'm getting points. Let's see if we can get you some points. All right. I want to say removing the blue and removing the red, because that will bring these green ones down, and hopefully you can get a couple more points there. But I'm not sure if you turn all this green, if you'll necessarily get too much. Sebastian says start with red D12 and red D12. Oh, D1 to 2. Yeah. Could definitely start with that, but I don't think it's going to be possible to get this block of green included. Oh my god, is that a mooing cat? How's it going, man? Long time no see. Long time no see. You might be able to do better at this than I do. But, yeah. Oh, we got a lot of people in here. Alright. So yeah, I would say try and remove these. Hopefully you can get some green and bring it down. Beyond that, I'm not really seeing a clear way to connect it up with these. But the big thing is going to be focusing on getting big groups of green. That's going to be my final point here. Moose says, indeed, going well, just focusing on real life stuff. I feel that. Well, if you ever decide to come back, we would be happy to see you again. I feel like the whole community would love that. Alrighty. I think we're going to go back to one of Clashy's boards, because they ran out or they maxed out at tickets, so they're going for another set, and I think that's a good point to mention. Don't wait for me to cover your board if you're at 4 tickets. Use some of those tickets so you don't hit the respawn there, but, you know. Alrighty. You can watch me try to align this and do magic image editing. Voila, look at that. Alrighty. And Clashy, right, you're focusing on daily specials and pause. Daily specials and pause are the name of the game here. Let's get these up top. Moo says, we'll probably make a vid soon, just need to find time to update the sortable table. Yeah, I feel that. I'm really glad I've never made a tool like that. Even though it's really helpful, man, it's gotta be tough to update that. Hi, Chiller Polino. Alright, so daily specials and pause. Now this one has a lot going on, right? 4 pause on the same board. Some say it would be impossible. I think we can get them all. Question is, how do we do it? Alright, I think the first step is... What can we do, what can we do, what can we do? So, the most tantalizing one, alright? And Clashy, if you're watching this, don't click it yet, don't click it yet, is this orange triangle here. But I don't think that's the best move right now. I don't think so. So, what I would do is I would get this blue L right here. Because what's that going to do is that's going to bring this pawn, the orange. Why don't I do some magic image editing? Oh, I can't. There we go. That's going to bring them down to there. And this blue will be gone too. And then you can pop these. The red will come down. Right, so you'll have this column, oops. You'll have this column kind of go down like, the comments on the video isn't updating. Oh no, did I break it? Did I break it? I might have broken it. Classic Uber Nerd blunder. Classic Uber Nerd blunder. Interesting. Well, I have no idea how to fix that, so sorry for anyone rewatching this. It might be a little bit iffy. I wonder, is it Streamlabs? See if it's not working. I'm gonna do a live fix. Alright, see if that fixes it. Maybe it will. Anyways, back to the board. So this is where we're at. And then the red can be popped. Right? So this red here. This red here. And then from there, the blue will come down. Man, this is hard image editing. So, something like that. Ignore that. We can just... Alright. So it looks something like that. And then from there, you can pop this orange, finally, right? Finally get that orange going. That'll drop your paw. Then you can get the yellow. And then you can get the blue altogether. And you can get the blue altogether. Yeah, I think that chat's actually just broken. So, let's see. The weird thing is that it's updating correctly for all my other stuff. So maybe it's just completely broken. Alright, so then that's those paws. And actually that blue might get you a daily special. So, that could work. Per Moose comment says, right now it's manually each time. We'll show you similar techniques used on it. Nice, that'd be really cool. The 5 reds would have made a chest. Oh, it would have! I did not think of that. Good comment, Jaden. Good comment, yeah. Okay, so the red would have made a chest. In that case, okay, in that case, pop the red right here. So then when you pop the orange, it'll drop the chest and all work out. And then I'll be back to, I don't know, where was it? I don't know, somewhere. Alright. Then the question is for this one on the end here. Currently there's no yellow, so the question is where the yellow would come from. Alright, I'll just turn off the chat. There we go. if anyone's watching this in post, well, just watch the live chat replay. I think that's the only way to do it. But there's no yellow here, so there's not too much we can do other than getting the rest of this down. And the easiest way to do that, pop all these blues. That'll take this orange all the... Oops. That'll take this orange all the way down to the bottom, where you can pop it, get the red, maybe the orange. The question is, I don't think there's a way to clear out all of this together, right? If you pop the red, then the oranges are going to pop and you still have a red here. Or you can do it the other way and end up with an orange there. So either way, you're going to have a red and a red or orange that you're going to have to do. Yeah. Yeah, as Moose says, too little info, both right spawns, you can clear it. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's switch back over here. This is Clashy's board. Yes. Alright, bouncing back. Feel like I'm bouncing back and forth between people, but so Jane says pop the big green and got the special. Awesome. How can I get these paws? Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's get started looking at it and see what we can do. What do you think of this format so far? Right, first time we're trying it. Might work, might not. I don't know. So what's really weird about the chat is it's working on my side. I have a pop out of it, but it's not working in the actual stream. So I think technical issues. I'm going to chalk it up to. Fun though would be, yeah, I wish I could complete the boards. One thing I want to do, and I don't know if Forge of Empires would let me, right, is how crazy would it be, all right, if we could set up a bot that, now, the donation stopped the chat, that could be it. That could be it. It could be because it was a donation. Interesting. Okay. Oh, bye, Greg. Do it all in a live stream. Yeah. So imagine this. If the chat worked, which is a big if, imagine if you could say, I don't know, you could say the coordinates of a block, and then if enough people say that coordinate, it will pop the block. So it's sort of like a viewer generated, like you guys play for me, and then it's completely automated. So I don't have control over it. It's an entirely chat figured out method of doing it. Imagine how crazy that would be. Are chess bots similar to that? Yeah, exactly. It should be possible. The question is, one, would I get banned because it's technically a bot, though I feel like the Forge team would absolutely love that. Or two, would it actually work without being super janky and the lag could really kill it? Because I think there's about a 30-second delay here. I'm not 100% sure, but that could be interesting. Maybe for the fall event, if it comes around, I'll have to try to set up something like that. Do something locally on my computer moving my mouse. Oh god, that could be a disaster. Malia says, jump on a Discord VC. So the issue with a Discord VC, which if you don't know, we have on the server, you just have to click join VC and you can join right in and have a good time. The issue with that is you have to deal with people posting stuff live and sharing their screen, and that could open up to potentially hard to control stuff. Yeah, Moose says move mouse to reveal personal information. Exactly what I would be worried about. Exactly. Or similar thing with doing a live someone sharing their screen. I think it could be a little bit rough with privacy. All right, anyways, back to Jaden's board. Yes, this is Jaden's board. I'm gonna move this, I have to recopy it. So they have 23 moves left. Question is, what can we do with 23 moves? I think we can do a lot. So could be fine. Yeah, maybe we'll try that after we get through a couple more of these boards, because I have a couple tickets saved up on one of my side worlds. Maybe we'll try that. So we want to get all the pause possible. I think this is going to be relatively straightforward. So first things first, I would say the first thing I actually want to do here is get rid of, so if we look at what we need to get each of these pause down, right? This one is pretty straightforward. All we'd have to do is clear out the blue, and then we have the yellow. So that one's good. The question is, what do we do with this one? Obviously, we could get the red down, but then there's no blue, so it'd just be clearing the column, right? It's green, red, all the yellows, and then hopefully you would get a blue. The question is, how do we do these? Because they're so close. And for this one, we need to get the yellow to match, and then these reds can probably match there. And what I would do for this one, instead of columns 1 to 11, you could use hexadecimal. Rico, you are an evil mastermind. That'd be a lot of fun. All right. I would get rid of these greens, which would drop our yellow down to here. You get to suffer through some more Uber image editing. So do something like that, and then from there, you can take out this whole chain of reds. So you would end up with something like that. Then from there, I would get rid of these yellows. So then you have something like that. Then from there, it's just working through some of these. So I would do yellow. Oops. I would do yellow, then green. This is a very I should make it like a animation thing, like steal the FOE helper version and try to do that. But can bring then that down, and then it's just a matter of popping these red ones, and hopefully you have a blue somewhere in there where you can drop it to the bottom. Hopefully that would work. Yeah, then that's 4 pause in the bag in probably less than 23 moves. Hopefully. Alrighty. Should we try, do you all want to try the viewer generated thing? I think this is what I'm looking for. Okay. So let me get rid of the broken chat. This is on my, if you don't know it, this is what I call my dumb diamond farm, because currently it's just a seed vault, and the way I was planning to get blueprints for this seed vault was via my autumn vineyard here, because it produces higher age blueprints. It never ended up working, but I think it could have been kind of funny. And I also have a couple wishing wells. It's just a joke world, but it does very occasionally produce diamonds. Let's see, do I get them? No, that would have been fun. All right. So let's start this board. Let's say the goal here is pause. And all right. Oh wait, I have to pull up. Remember the boosters are there to stop you pulling your hair out. Yeah, you can use boosters. I tried to avoid it. All right, I'm gonna try to, we're gonna do it a bit differently here. I'm just gonna pull this up like that, and hopefully, and then this way you have the layout of where stuff is, so you're not guessing which moves to make. All right, Let me just get the music started back up again. Where should we go? It's up to you now. I'm gonna be quiet, says Malia. Alright. So which moves... We can do this too. Which moves should we make? I'm gonna play all 25 moves out that you suggest otherwise, or I'll just play it through and kind of explain my steps. Word Shaven says greens on F and G1. Why? Why would you do that? G8? Okay. So currently we have two moves suggested. One is F and G1, one is G8. Any other ideas? I think the lag might be really bad here. I think the lag could make this interesting. My immediate thought is either H5 to spawn some more blocks with, or D9 to H8. Okay, so... Oh, it gave you an ad when I was talking? Oh, my bad. Okay, so the goal here... Let's just say the goal is pause. I like pause. Let's go with pause. Alright, there's the goal. Alright. This is too confusing. Okay, so far everyone has different ideas on which to do, I think. We have H5, we have... Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so this is gonna be madness. Go all red. Alright, how about this? I'll just give you the 3 choices that I currently have. Do you want the green, the big red, or the little red? Those are your choices. Those are your choices. There's no other choice you can make. Green, red, or red. Okay, I've heard F3 and 4. Okay, come on, folks. You gotta choose. Little red gang? Okay, I see one little red. I see one little red. Little red, little red. Little red. Okay, it looks like it's little red. It's little red. Alright, we have a consensus. Oops. We finally have a consensus. Alright, so let's switch back to Forge of Empires. Pop the little red. Here's what we're working with. Alright, so little red won. Now let's... I wish I could put a thing on screen showing this. Alright, if you permit me a couple seconds to try and do something. We're gonna work with this. Alright. Add an image. Overlay wildlife. We're doing stuff live on screen. This could be an absolute disaster. It could work perfectly. Who knows? How dare I take a few seconds? I know, Malia. I'm really, really pushing things. Okay. Oh, it works. It works so well. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. Oh, the snapping is making it painful. But look at that. Look at that. How's that? Alright, so now it should be on it and we can actually play through it live. Look at that. Okay. I'm happy. Okay, hi Mikulio. Alright, so where do we go next? G9, ChatGPT. I've been curious if we can figure out a way to automate this. I'm just really not sure how to do that. Okay, now little blue chest, orange, and 2 paws collected. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I don't want to get it wrong. But, yeah, good idea. F4 to big red. Okay, that's certainly an option. Alright, so here's the 2 choices we'll go with here. Do I go for little or kind of like a J. Orange J or orange squiggle. So J or squiggle. This is ridiculous, but I love it. Remember, the goal here is pause. Alright, I see one squiggle. Squiggle gang? Are we going squiggle? Okay, so we see one J, or two squiggles. F4. Okay, there's two J's. There's two J's, two squiggles. Which one are we going with? See, who knew that Forge of Empires could be a spectator sport? Both. True, we can just do both. I'll do both since we're so evenly divided. Cool. Oh, and we just got a paw. Up at the top there. Alright. I'm gonna save myself the paws, and I'm just gonna get the 2 paws. Those are mine now. And a whopping 4 forge points. Alright, I think there's only one smart move here. You're saying D5, Lone Fox? I agree with that. I agree with that. Friendly reminder to submit your boards if you're looking for them. I'm seeing D4 and 5, D4 and 5. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. D4 and 5, take that off, and this is what we're left with. And then I have a feeling I know which one you're going to go with next. Any and 5. Yep. Yeah, let's get that. Huge, big red block. Let's see, what do we get? Epic Wildlife 2023 Selection Kit. Wow. What an amazing reward. I can place me so many amazing buildings in my side world. Alrighty, so we got the Epic Wildlife Kit. Way to go, guys. Alright. Alright, which one are we targeting yet? Mountain Reserves? Yeah, the Mountain Reserve is still good. The Mountain Reserve is still good. I mean, it has the golden upgrade, but this is my side world where I am not going to get anywhere close to it. Alright, green and 4, green and 4. I like that. The upgrade is good. Yes, the upgrade is good. Alright. You know, this makes my live stream a lot easier. Instead of actually having to do anything, you guys do all the work for me. D5, says Moo. The red's at the bottom. Which one's D5? Is this D5? No, D5 is this. Red bottom left, E5. Edge off F6. Yeah, so I agree with the E5 and F6 gang. If we take out this one, that brings down these red and we might be able to get a bigger pop. Boom. Now which one should we go with? E5. Yeah, I think E5 and D5 is the way to go here. Yep. Alright, so we have a 5-star chest. Will we make it to the bigger one? Alright, are we going for a 6-star chest or are we just dropping the paw now? This is your board. H6. H6. Interesting. Red and H. Pop it, please. Blue, green first. So there's a lot of... Wait for 6-star. F7 more. Yes, I was waiting for someone to say it. Yeah, so if we get rid of these ones, we can get these red to fall down and maybe get an even bigger pop. So, E5, G. Greater than G1? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna break from what you're telling me. All right. Look at that. Sorry, didn't listen to you guys on that one. But where do we go now with this? Do we pop it finally? Do we get the paw? Only 14 moves left. 14 moves. I see F8, H9. Pop it, says for Jaden. H9, C7. There is no agreement in chat right now. E1 to F1 says Moo. E1 to F1. Yeah, that I like what I'm gonna go with what Moo is suggesting here. Because when in doubt you listen to Moo and Cat, right? Alright. So now surely we can pop some stuff. Or are we still gonna keep trying to grow this big red box? Get all the league points. H9 says Jaden. H9. So that would bring it here and we'll get two more. See, two H9s. I like it. I like it. Alright. An even bigger redder box. E7 to D7 said Moo. I think I might have messed that up a bit. No, when in doubt, pop the big red thing in front of my face. G9. Alright, here we go. Just tell me. Just do a yes or a no in chat. Do I pop the red or do I not pop the red? Yes or no? Be the first group to say yes or no. Yes, yes, pop it. Yes, pop it. Alright. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Ready? Here we go. Boom. I popped it. Look at that. So satisfying, right? Nope, finally popped. Of course, now we have to get it to the bottom. Right? Now we have to get it to the bottom. That is egregious, says Loretta's. Alright. Alright, so we do have now a 6-star chest that we need to get to the bottom. And we have a paw that we want to get to the bottom. I'm seeing F4 coming to D8 to increase the greens. D8. Maybe C D8. Yeah, we could do that. And pop it above the red. Okay, D8 is an option. What else? F4, F4, GH. Or F4, F4, G4, H4. Alright, well in the interest of time, I think I'm gonna move on from this segment and just get my paw down. I want my paw. And you ain't giving it to me. You want the biggest boxes. Alright. Look at that. Now we have some nice boxes. We could get another red box. Oh no. Alright, I'll just ask this. Do we get another big red? A10? A10? Why would we be doing A10? What's that A10? Alright, I finally got the red 6-star chest. So I think you can all be happy now. I'll have to think of a way to do this live in a way that kind of works with a little bit less lag. If any of you have any ideas, let me know. Because I think it could be fun trying to do a viewer-controlled one. Alright. So 6 moves left. Have a lot of stuff to get. H4 to get the paw to the bottom. C2 says Sebastian. H8. H8? Or yeah, because then that... Okay. Everyone, remember, the focus here is pause. Focus here is pause. The focus here is not boxes. Polls could work. Think I can get both? I think so too. I think so too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. 3 moves left. We can go like that. We can go like that. And then we have both paws down to the bottom. Finally! Finally. John Bergen says I should use FOE Helper's event tool. I could, but I think it makes it a little bit hard to demonstrate with the lag between people telling me to do stuff and not. I think it could be interesting if we do something similar to that, like where I'm playing around with it, but yeah. Alright. I think that's enough of my own personal games here. Alright, did anyone even track how many paws did we get from that? I think it was a couple. Oh, let me turn off my wildlife event overlay. There we go. I'm a professional at this. Alright, so we have 2 new boards here. This one, wow, is a 5-paw game. 5-paw game. Hopefully we can do it justice. Coming at us from someone with an OLED, or not OLED, HDR monitor, I think. Maybe that or the saturation is turned down just a little bit. Or maybe my saturation is. Oops. I think I might have turned down HDR by accident. But this one comes from the Dominators, and they're aiming for all those paws with a decent amount of points. Alright, so let's switch back over to image editing. Alrighty. Alrighty, this is probably one of the rarest things you'll see this entire event. Tons of paws everywhere. This is the kind of board where if I showed it in video, people are gonna say that I'm not showing the right thing because there's so many paws on it. Alrighty. Alrighty, what do we do here? What do we do here? Some tough decisions with this one. Alright, so the first thing of note, we can easily get these 2 to the bottom. We can easily get this one to the bottom. Move says can probably get green on B8 down to H1. B8 to H1. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. We're getting the A7 paw down. Definitely possible. Yeah, this board is crazy good. So how should we play it? First thing is I think is going to be working on the A7 paw and F9 paw. I want to say the first thing I would want to do here, D4 to something in D5. Yeah. I want to say get rid of the blues, because then that lines up a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, so if we do that, then we could get rid of these yellows. Oh, hi, Smary. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that now that I actually see it in text and I have to say it. But if we do something like that, then we can take these orange out of here. A little bit of something like that. Oh wait, no, because then we don't get our green down, do we? Oh, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. I wasn't thinking about the green. I wasn't thinking about the green. Because we have to get this yellow down first, right? Do orange, orange, then yellow, green. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, so if we get rid of the oranges, then you say then yellow, green? No, because we still need to get the green down to here. So I would say probably get rid of the blue, something like that, and then from there, get rid of the green, right? Something like it would end up looking like that. Then from there, you could get this paw down entirely, this green will drop, and then you can get both paws. You can take out these yellow, take out these blue, and then that's 3 of the 5 paws on this board. Right. Urban says, Oracle of Delphi is the pound for pound greatest great building in the No Age division, no questions asked. See, it has tough competition though. It has tough competition from the Temple of Relics. Alright. Back to where we started. Okay, Forshaven says Colosseum, and now I did make a video about the Colosseum, but I think that isn't No Age, yeah. Just dropped by to say hi, good luck everyone. Oh, thank you. Have a good time. The question is, what do we do with these ones, right? And really, the biggest question here is how do you set it up to be as easy as possible to pop this yellow block? Right, because we can drop this paw to the bottom, but then that means that we have to clear stuff out so that we can pop more. I would say ignore the orange for now and just maybe get rid of the blue. D4, yeah, get rid of the blue and then hope for yellow spawns. Because that way, then you can, that way this orange will be completely lined up. It'll be something like, these are very pro image editing skills. Oops. Because then it'd be something like that. John says, if I only want 500 to 525 progress, should I be focusing more on pause? I would say focus on pause originally, and then once you get close and hopefully reach that goal, you can go over to focus on progress. So once we're here, the question is going to be, do we get a yellow spawn here and here? And if you do, then obviously bring it down. If you don't, one thing you could do is say these blue, and then you get a really nice orange box, or you could pop the orange and get a blue box. Kind of up to you. I think we'll switch back over. Rico says, interesting that the upgraded Bear Mountain gives better stats than the main building. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You can probably easily figure out how to get a couple of the main building, right? You could place in a higher league or something. You can't get a lot of mountains because they're more or less entirely paywalled. Right, there's a limit to how many of those you can get. And the limit is basically 1, unless you want to place in the Gold League. Let's swap over to our next, our next one. This one comes from Log Gamma. And for here, we're focusing on just about everything, which I'm fine with. Alrighty, here we go. Now, I know how much all of you love a big red box for when we went through my town. When we went through my town's board. Question is, what do we do here? When we think about it, I'll look at some of the questions. Alright. Has the Stellar Warship become better than the Alcatraz? Better is an interesting word. Because, if you permit me some brief drawing, right? Alright. Stellar War, so Alcatraz, right? Really big, but it gives you some troops. Stellar Warship, really small, gives you a decent amount of troops, but costs a lot more. Right? You're going to have to pay for a lot of goods to get it up higher. So it's really a bit of a division between what you need in terms of troops. And the thing about troops is that a lot of players don't need it because an event building that costs nothing can give you a decent amount of troops as well. Stellar Warship, that looks more like a bean right now, is just, it's not as necessary unless you want the attack boost. So the attack boost is what makes it worthwhile. Are you willing to pay that much in terms of forge points and goods to get those? Then I guess so. But comparing it to Alcatraz, it really depends on what you're looking for, and I don't even have an Alcatraz in any of my cities anymore. Okay. So back to our board. The question is, what in the world do we do with this one? What would we do with this one? The thing that really makes this one difficult, and I think Moo's right here. This is a good one for a booster. A very good one for a booster, because there's no real way to get this. Oh, I lost my brown. There's no real way to get this whole section here figured out without some kind of booster being used. And that is kind of holding up all of the pause, except for this one. So yeah, my advice here would be two choices. So, in terms of boosters, right? Leafy Line, I wouldn't waste it on this, but you could use the Lightning, which will get rid of all of these blue blocks, right? Which should be able to get you a decently big red pop, potentially. Actually, it might make the pop slightly worse. I would probably pop this big red chest first. Big red chest first, either above or below this paw, and then use a Lightning on the blue, or you could pop all the red, right? Do that anyways. And then use a hammer, say right here, which will then bring the red down. Remember that this chest will be gone, and then you can bring the blue down, and then get your paws. So you could either do it with a hammer or the Lightning. It's kind of your choice on what you want to do exactly here, but either should work mostly fine. Should work mostly fine. Oh, but wait. You only have 5 moves. I didn't even realize that. Oh, yeah. So this would be 1. Hammer wouldn't count. Then it would be... So 1, 2 to get these red, 3 to do that, 4 to bring that down. Yeah, so you could do it in 4 moves. You could do it in 4 moves. And the Dominator says, thanks a lot, Uber. I got all 5 paws on my board thanks to my help. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. That's a decent amount of progress. Yeah. Only 5 moves left. That's what makes this one trickier. I think this paw is a lost cause. I don't think there's going to be any way to get this out of there. Unless... Hold on. Unless... If you do the Lightning not on the blue... If you use... So, pop the red first, and then if you use the Lightning on the red, you can drop this paw. Right? Because that'll take out this red, and then all of these. And they'll still let you do the blue, the orange, and get everything out of there. Forge Haven says he got 50k league points after it. 3 prize board. Aw, that's awesome. Well, hopefully we can hold on to Gold League. That could be tricky, but hopefully. What else do we have? What other boards do we have? Ooh. Alright, you get to watch the process of me changing these out. This is a very interesting one because this one is a 2 times board. I think this is the first 2x board we've had, isn't it? I know we had the 3 times. I think this is the first 2 times one. Forge Haven asks, what's the approximate Gold League number? I'm not sure. It's going to depend on your world. I might as well use this as a shameless plug. So, over on Discord, if you head over to the events forum, and then in the league stats channel, okay, you'll notice a bunch of pause and stuff, but what you need to do is come down, click submit data. Oh, don't mind Google being weird. Then you simply add in your information. So what world are you on? What's your current progress? Or what's the current league thresholds? Then you come over here, click get stats. You choose your server and world, and then from there, it'll generate an estimate based on the beta events leagues, and it'll tell you an estimated final value. Or you can kind of scroll through and look at some of them to see what the estimates are. I know Forge Haven, you probably already know that, but we'll see. All right. I see RC Flyer typing. So, well, maybe not. But all right, back to the board. Give you a couple seconds to look at it. Mooncat approves. Yes, we love to see it. Wait, what's the goal on this one? The goal is both. Goal is both. Alrighty. Goals both. What can we do here? Switch back over. Oh, and the RC Flyer did give us an update here. It is, if there's pause and under 5-star chests, go for pause. So, we'll see what we can do. We will see what we can do. I think the question is, how in the world are we going to get this blue out of here? Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm currently looking at it. I think it might just have to be a lucky spawn at the top. Because if we take out this orange, we'd have to take out the yellow, and then the blue here would be all the way at the bottom. Obviously we can't get it from this side because we need to drop that paw as well. But, anyone else have any ideas? This might be a case where there's not much you can do other than hope. And of course, worst comes to worst, can just go back to focusing on this nice big yellow set. But any ideas on what we can do with this one? So looking at it, we can't even get this paw down all the way because pop the oranges and blue and see what drops down. Yeah, that's an option. So looking at shifting focus briefly to this paw, if we pop this yellow one, say put it here, then we can get the green out of the way, but we still can't get this orange one. So both of these paws are a little bit soft locked unless you can clear out this column. I would say get rid of the blue, get rid of the orange, maybe get rid of this orange too if you want a chest, and then can hopefully get something to spawn in this column. Because unless we can clear out this column and this column, I don't think this paw is coming down unless you're really lucky with something here. Anyone else got, honestly, anyone else got any ideas for this one? I think I might be stumped. And the greens in row E. Yeah, the greens in row E could be taken out too. If I was playing this for myself, what I would probably do is try to just clear out this column and keep clearing it. In the meantime, how many yellows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's 17 yellows here, if my count's correct. And that means that you would need 3 more to get a 6-star chest. So keep that in mind as well. Man, RC Flyer, you found a really tough board with this one. Really tough board. And I think Chad is mostly stumped too, so I think this officially wins the hardest board of this live stream. What do you all think? Yeah. So, my advice for this one, clear out this column, and from there, hope you get lucky. Moo says A5 with a chance to get 6-star yellow. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Would help clearing out column 8, yeah. Yeah, but in terms of pause, I think you're mostly stuck here. Just clear out as many blocks as you can and hope you get lucky. Any other boards? I notice none are popping up in the list. So if you want, we can go back to doing another viewers control Uber's game and see if we can do that. What do you want to see? Or you can give me another board to try and take on. RC Flyers typing. Maybe we'll get an update. We'll see what he can get. Alright, well, why don't we switch back over to this thing, and I'll just kind of walk through a board and my thoughts as I play it. Maybe try to go at a pace a little bit faster than we've been going, so that's not taking too long. K-Dude says, "What's up? What's up, K-Dude?" Forge Haven says, "As long as it isn't auto-battling." Well, yeah, I agree. Alright, this board looks pretty decent compared to that last one. I don't know about you, but I think this one looks a lot better. So what I'm going to do for this is go for, I'm going to say these reds, because that gets us this orange. Can also do that, and just like that, we have a nice, decently big orange 6-star chest. K-Dude is asking, what's my main world? My main world is on US 26, which is Angkor. We can head over there in a bit. I don't think I have any tickets regenerated there, because I played them all this morning ahead of the stream. Why? I don't know, but oh well. Alright, this should get us a nice orange chest. See, now it's games like this, where if I put this in a video, then people say that I purposely chose only the best ones. But I'm glad that in the stream we got a little bit of variety here, in terms of what else is happening. So, as I play, I like to try and make chests, but this is actually a really good board. Makes it look easy. Can get the yellow down. Oh, and look at that, we got another paw dropping. Okay, now here's a good situation, right? So we need to get this yellow down. I did not mean to click that. Okay, so now I don't have a yellow. Now I don't have a yellow. but outside of misclicks, let's see if we can get another one down. That was completely accidental. Now I'm kind of scouting around, seeing if we can get another chest, maybe. Get a yellow. Ah. At the very least, get this paw down. Yeah. some advice for playing this minigame: don't live stream it while you're doing it. Because then you might misclick. And then here's a good spot too to kind of talk about. So it's always the question of what do you do on your last move. And for me, I like to try and get the most amount of points if I can't get a paw. So the question is, which of these would give the most points? I'm running off of memory here, so take that for what it's worth. But I think popping these and getting the 2-star chest to the bottom gets us the most points. Just like that. We'll play one more here, just to get through these tickets. Then we can see where this stream goes. I'm targeting about 2 hours, so we'll go for about half an hour more. If you run into any boards that you want help with, let me know. Otherwise, might end up in Forge of Empire. Of course we're going to end up in Forge of Empires. Might end up in Quantum Incursions, because I need to do some of that on my main world. Yeah, so right now I'm just trying to make a blue chest. I'm really wasting moves, but this world is not my focus at all. This is my dumb diamond farm, so anything I do here doesn't matter to me. Some QI action says, yeah. Yep, gotta finish up Quantum Incursions before it ends and we go on to the 5th championship, which is looking pretty awesome. How is QI nowadays? It's controversial would be the easiest way to say. But I have to say, what I really like about it is that it's constantly evolving, right? Quantum Incursions isn't like Guild Battlegrounds or Guild Expeditions where it's more or less the same thing every 6 seasons, so 12 weeks, right? It changes pretty significantly with each one. So we'll head back to my main. And there's been some changes. There's a current bug with it that's seeming to be causing some issues. This is my main city, by the way. Pardon the mess in the layout. It's a bit clunky. Doing some renovations. We're switching over. Oops, that's not what I wanted. We're switching over to a new layout where I'm trying to do the colors all mixing together, and it's really tricky, but I like how it's turning out. It's just a matter of filling stuff in as new events. Where are the hubs? I have 2 eco hubs, or eco sanctums. I just don't have any more than that, because, I don't know. I like having a variety of buildings in my city. I'm going to place a couple more, but I don't think I'm going to be placing more than 5 eco sanctums. Despite that, I did get Gold League during that event. Alright, so Quantum Incursions. We'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it's more or less the same. We're still in the Iron Age. This is my current settlement. Slowly switching over to more decorations. I want to get a couple more collections in before I lose all my happiness and euphoria to decorations. But yeah, I never play Quantum Incursions the same way. I kind of just do it on the fly, because that's really kind of what I enjoy in this game. I like figuring out puzzles without too much of a guide, and that's why I'm not, in a high-level guild that requires me to play Guild Battlegrounds. But yeah. At some point here, I'm going to have to make a manually fighting guide, but that is a little bit farther down the roadmap than I want. Rico says, do you think there will be another Care for Tomorrow event? Not to do too many beta spoilers, but there is one event that will be coming that follows very closely to the Care event. Like with the World Challenge mechanic. I don't know exactly the type of building we'll get, so it could be another one like the orchard. I am gonna lose a ballista here. That's sad. My boosts are 410, 270. I'm not playing this correctly, but bye ballista. This is probably the worst fight I've done all day. So. Pop a potion, man. Nah. We're gonna... Okay. This is I swear, this is the worst fight I've done all day. But should I save my troops or should I slaughter them? I'll let you choose. Yeah, I like to suffer through it. Slaughter troops or save them? YOLO says Moo. I like that. Always auto battle. So with auto battling, yeah, auto battling tends to really kill your troops. I avoid auto battling when possible. Pretty much everyone should have that unlimited node. Alright, so Moo said YOLO. That means we're going forward. Let's see what I can do here. So, no matter what, one of these is gonna take damage. I think I actually we might be able to work with this. I think we might be able to do this. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, there is a bit of a bug in quantum incursions right now, where there's an infinite node right before the boss that you can't really do anything about. See, no problemo, says Moo. Yeah, this is actually working out. Who'd have thought? Alright, so we only lost 2 with this one. Hello, bro. Nice to see you live. Hi there. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't do a lot of live streams. I think this is my 4th live stream. 4th live stream ever. Yeah, but if you don't know, this node right here is supposed to be the blue boss. So, or the defense boss. And there's nothing that you can do because it's a million actions. K-Dude asks what my thoughts are on the cultural settlements. Well, if we head over, I'm currently having a great time in this settlement. I don't really play them, except for Egypt, which I really enjoy. I don't really play them too much. I'm playing this one to get the main building because I've been putting it off for a very long time. And I still have quite a few more of these to get them through, to get through it. So, yeah, I think Egypt is my favorite, but the rest of them can kind of really be a bit of a slog. Yeah, and I have no tickets here. But I'm doing decently well in the league so far, I feel. Egypt was by far the best this move. Yeah, Egypt is just so good. I really like the manually fighting bit. I like how fast you can go, and I tend to be really lucky with it. So let's see, this one. Yeah, we should be able to win this. I am not in Space Age Space Hub. I am in Jupiter Moon. I'm slowly working my way up, but I tend to sit in Ages for a while. I don't rush. I find it fun to just kind of enjoy where I am. But do whatever you enjoy. I like to take my time in the Ages. Usually spend a couple months in each. And then from there I kind of decide whether I want to stay or whether I want to move up or what I want to do. Off topics. Ooh, I like off topics. How long should one stay in Oceanic Future, Virtual Future, Arctic Future? The answer is as long as you still enjoy them, right? if you're able to age up and you don't want to be there anymore, go ahead and age up. If you like where you are, stay there for a while. RC Flyer, hi there. If you want to go back to boards, you did 3 moves and trying to figure out what to do now. Awesome. Let me finish up this manual fight and then we'll hop back over. Yeah, this is an easy one. The Chiefs game is at the same time, yeah. Is there a way to know how much attack or defense you need for a specific amount of attrition? Not really. It'll depend a bit on which units you're using, if you have an Arctic Orangery, but generally you want higher than the enemy. I know, if you know him, Linun, he's a German Forge of Empires YouTuber. He has a tool in a spreadsheet where you can kind of input where you're at in your current attrition. It tells you how much more attack you need to get the rest of it. All right, that's our short stint of quantum incursions. Let's hop back over. And then we also have a couple more boards here to do. Or get turtles, says Mooncat. And yeah, turtles definitely do a lot. Are the Prometheum... Okay, so how Prometheum works, while I get this set up, is Prometheum basically... I think the best way to explain it is you send out the pole dancer as that is its actual name in game. I am not making that up. That's the name of this ship here. You send it out, and every few, like 18 hours or so, I think 24 when you start the age, it'll bring the ship back and forth. And similarly with the oceanic future. But once you reach the higher ages, like the space ages, yeah, if you don't believe me on that name fact, here, right there. I don't know how clearly you can see that on YouTube, but yeah, the devs had a bit of fun when naming the Arctic future ship. Then once you get to the space ages, you can do these ore sites. They're on the continent map, so you'd have to catch up your continent map, and then you just attack or negotiate every few hours and spend some credits that you collect from your space age colony. Alrighty, I'll give you a couple minutes to look this one over, and yeah, we'll go from there. Sit there. Yeah, and then who knows what's going to happen in the next new age, the unknown, which is currently unknown. So who knows what we're getting next. Alrighty. This is where we're currently at. Moo says that he wishes they had more unique ways of getting the special goods instead of being the same for all the space ages. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Space Age Space Hub made it a little bit better in that you can get a ×4 on some stuff, but yeah, it's a little bit samey. Pop the blue first on top of the orange chest. Interesting. Yeah, so let's see, what can we do here? What can we do? I mean, there's still the issue that we can't get those blues. There's still the issue that we can't get this orange. Question is, can we get these chests to the bottom? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards the blue myself, per K-Dude's comment. Let's see what that would look like. That would look like something like that. Then you can definitely you can definitely get this paw down, right? That would just be popping the orange here, and then popping the yellow, and then the green down here, and then this yellow. But the question is, is there anything else that we can do for this one? Man, this is a tough board. Yeah, so say we get rid of the orange here. Now, this would make for a very nice series of pops, right? Because this yellow is going to be a big one. You could get that out. Could use a booster on this one. Could use a booster. Actually, yeah, if you use a booster on this orange right here, so that would be a hammer. If you use a hammer on this booster right here, yeah, H10 says move, yeah. Hammer on H10, that would let you pop this yellow, or it wouldn't be connected like that. But say you hammer H10, you'd get something like this. Can then pop your yellow, that'll bring the green down. You can pop this yellow, that'll bring the blue down, and then you can get all of them. Yeah, I think it's hammer H10. Hammer H10 and then go from there. Perhaps pop yellow first. I don't know if... Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, you could do that first as well. Yeah, but hammer H10. I popped the yellow before... Yeah, I'd say go pop the yellow before hammering. Alrighty. Let me know if you get an update and it's something different. In the meantime, we can switch over to our next board. I made that too big. All right, so this board comes from, oh wow, I don't know how to pronounce this. Orgillion? And this one is focusing on both with a bit of pause. RC, it was blue and then the 3 orange first. Yeah, you might as well. All right. So this board looks pretty nice, except the question is, how do we get this paw down? But I don't think that should be too difficult. But we do only have 10 moves. So before I start changing anything, I'll give you a little bit of time to look over it. And I think this paw should definitely be possible to get. I'm just not 100% sure on anything else. Especially if it drops when you're playing it. Alright, let's see what we can do. So my first thing that I notice is these oranges here. We don't really need them. We can get them out of the way and then hopefully get some better stuff. Because what I want to do, that's your board, yeah. Okay, so is we want to clear out these reds. These reds are an issue because without them we can't get to this yellow and then we can't get to the green. So I would say pop those oranges that we just did, and then bring this down. K-Dude says nearly impossible. But nearly impossible is not completely impossible, because that would be 2 moves right there, and then we can take out the orange. Then we can take out the red. Just like that. Then we take out the yellow there. take out the yellow. And who knows, you might get something spine in this column. And then just like that, you can remove the green, and your paw is at the bottom. How's that? Maybe you'll be able to get something in this column that spawns. The question is, can we get anything else? How many moves was that? That might have been, oh, maybe 5 moves, 6 moves. So we have a decent amount of wiggle room. Question is, what else can you get from this board? I think that's 5. I think that's 6 moves. All right. That's back where we started. So it's the orange here, then it's the yellow there, then red, yeah, or something like that. So 5 or 6 moves. That was a good board. That was a, see, that's what I consider a fun board in this event. Alrighty. Anyway, I know they said both, and with the couple moves left, is there a way we can make a big box? Maybe the greens, oranges. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Abharam asks, what do I think is the best and worst part of the current wildlife event? I am going to say best part is without a doubt being able to play multiple tickets. I think that's a really great idea to have because it means that, you know, if you don't like the event or you don't want to spend as much time, you can easily get through there. And then you're not stuck playing a minigame that you don't like, but you can still get rewards. You still have to play the minigame. So it's not just free rewards out of nowhere. So I really like that idea. As per my least favorite part. Oh yeah, Moo, if you don't know, this little thing here, you can play up to 3 tickets at the same time and get 3 times the rewards and stuff. The only thing is that the boxes don't count correctly for the mini challenges. So if you drop like a 5-star box, it'll only count as 1 5-star box, even if you're on 3 times tickets. But other than that, I like it. I'd say the worst part, I don't know. I think the grand prizes could be a little bit better. Because once you hit 525 progress, there's like not much interesting. You could go all the way out to 1050 to get another Golden Mountain Reserve, but that's just way too far to be in reach. So kind of just, I don't know, once you hit 525, that's basically it. Oh, and honorary mention for best part, and I know I made a video about them, but the koi ponds. I love these things. Roadless production buildings. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. Penguin asks, do I think that the old buildings from Battlegrounds will come back, at least some fragments? I don't know. Yeah, so that's... I don't really play Guild Battlegrounds anymore, so what would it be? Keep? Yeah, there's the Lindward one. Castle, maybe? No. But yeah, I don't really play Guild Battlegrounds much, so I don't focus on completing the main buildings. That's not my goal anymore. But it would be nice to get the fragments. I just don't know how it could be done in a way that stays balanced, if that makes sense. I think that'd be kind of tricky. Yeah, but I think I have maybe 200 fights in Guild Battlegrounds this season so far. I don't know. I don't play it much. My main focus is more my layout that is painstaking. This has been the result of several months because I keep making a change and then a new building arrives that's going to change, and then I have to redo the whole thing. But I'm enjoying it. K-Dude asks, which one did I like more, Guild versus Guild or Guild Battlegrounds? Well, I will say I think that's the one case where I can say that I like Guild Battlegrounds more. I think Guild versus Guild was a good feature. I think it was fun, but I think it was too complicated and too unscalable to ever be what I would consider a good, like a feature that should stay in the game. But it is sort of coming back as Guild Conquest, and we will have to wait and see what that is. Who knows? Could be interesting. I doubt it'll be the exact same, but it'll probably be a little bit different. This board calls for a lightning messy. How bad is the lat? Lou says, personally, Guild Battlegrounds is better, but I enjoyed Guild versus Guild more until you burned out on it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I think one of my biggest issues with both Guild Battlegrounds and Guild versus Guild is that they were both so time-based, because, right, Guild Battlegrounds, it's every 4 hours that stuff is unlocking. For Guild versus Guild, it's the same time every day. So I think removing the time aspect of it really reduces the burnout, because, right, Quantum Incursions you can play as much as you want when you want. Guild Battlegrounds or Guild versus Guild didn't really have that option. Oprom says, maybe the complex system for the old Guild versus Guild may not be suitable with people looking for more straightforward minigames. Yeah, because as you probably know, my darling, the card game that gave us the Laboratory of Monsters here is gone. Mooncat says, oh yeah, the 8-hour recalc. When Guild versus Guild was nearing its end, they were testing different recalc timers, but they ended up removing that. Malia says, love the strategy, hate their repetitiveness. Yeah. But I'll say this much, and I know I get a bit of a rap for being optimistic sometimes, but 2025, I think, is the most optimistic I've ever been for Forge of Empires. Right? There's so much coming out in 2025. We have the Guild Expeditions, we have Guild Conquest, which I represent with a Q in my brain because I don't know why I do. But GC is probably what's going to be abbreviated as. That's coming out. We are getting the Great Building rework. We are getting, I mean, obviously more Quantum Incursions changes. We're obviously going to be getting more Guild Battlegrounds changes. We're getting a new event. Oh, that's such a bad GBG. But yeah, there's so much cool stuff that's coming out that I'm excited for. So, I mean, obviously, oh yeah, historical allies, as Abraham says, yeah, allies are going to finally be able to be leveled. So there's a lot going on, and it's not, oh, and we have the unknown as the next stage. Who knows what it's going to be? But there's just so much coming out that I think will actually push the game forward, rather than what we've had, which, if you look at it, right, 2024 was a lot of the same. We got Quantum Incursions, but other than that, a lot of stuff is just like, it's going to happen, right? Guild versus Guild, or not Guild Battlegrounds getting defense boosts wasn't as big of a change as I was hoping it would be. I think it's cool, but it doesn't do much. Quantum Incursions, it's still figuring out its place in the game, I feel like. And I think 2025 is where we're going to see a lot of these things come together. K-Dude says, are those Granite deposits? No. No, these, my friend, these are alabaster. Right? And alabaster is amazing. I produce alabaster every day. I produce 100 a day. It's the most amazing good that you can get in your city for no reason other than it's fun. No reason other than it's fun. I currently have 610,000 alabaster. So, if you're on US 26, please send me trades for alabaster. I have literally pages upon pages of trades. Feel free to take them, offering higher age goods. I'll even give you some space age space hub goods if you want. That's why I'm aging up actually to space age space hub, because I want to get more alabaster. And I know that's crazy to say, but I like alabaster. Based beyond belief. Yeah, exactly. Alabaster is awesome. Alabaster is awesome. How did the whole alabaster thing start? Okay, so we're gonna do a bit of a impromptu search for this. I think I might have it bookmarked. Let me see. I do not. All right. We're gonna search alabaster. I don't know if this guy exists anymore. But there was a guy on the US forums where he made it a joke that alabaster was super amazing, and not only that, but the unboosted alabaster. I think it's... oh, it might be in here. I'll have to look through it, but I'm not sure if this is the original thread, but yeah, this one guy really enjoyed alabaster and just had a fun time with it, and it sort of became a US forum meme, and I decided to unearth it because I thought it was funny, and it's kind of grown from there. Yeah. I'm not sure on the exact details. I currently have more alabaster than any other good in my inventory. So, make of that what you will. All right. Waste of space! No. Well, Swellow, I'm going to assume that you're talking about the rest of my city. The whole reason the rest of my city is not alabaster masons is to try and get me to a higher age where I can just swap over to all alabaster production. Actually, one of my goals is to have a lot of store buildings. So I'm at 419, and what I want to do is store basically my entire city, fill it with alabaster fill it with alabaster masons, and then use the finished goods production items. So I have 13 of the finished all goods production items, and I can use a bunch of those to generate a ton of alabaster, because, I don't know, you get 20, I could probably put it on 30, right? So 30 from, I don't know, how much space is in my city? 3328, we'll do a bit of math here. 3328 divided by, we'll say 14, that's 237 alabaster masons. Hi Juber, welcome to alabaster. That's 7,000, okay, back of the napkin math, that's 7,000 alabaster per collection, so can't beat that. K-Dude asks, did I go for Gold League in this past event? I did not. I got the calendar, but other than that, I think I placed in Silver League? Silver League, maybe? Yeah. Alrighty, I think we have one more post, and then we're probably gonna close it out here. Alright, we're gonna help ATEP. ATEP, if you're still watching, how many moves do you have left? Or is there more? That's a lot of Yukitomos. You only have 4. You should see some of the crazier players. And who knows, we might be able to get a new Yukitomo very soon. As well as says I should have gotten the 1% goods. Yeah, that would have been smart. Alright, so what do we do to get this pod down to the bottom? Yes, he's commenting on my sidetracking in Discord. I'm sure. Yeah. He said he has 6 moves left. 6 moves. Already. I think we can do it. And do you want to know how we're going to do it? Step 1. Step 1 is to delete all of this yellow here. I think I'll do like this. We're getting that yellow. That's 1 move. Alright. And then from there we can get rid of the orange. That's 2 moves. We can get rid of the yellow. Oops. We can get rid of the yellow. And my poor sliced up blue block, you can now get that paw. Just like that. Adjum says, if I have them, use... I'm assuming those are the age down kits. And yeah, the reason... So, something about me. I have never spent money on Forge of Empires. And the age down kits are currently only in the paid passes. Actually, are they in this one? This pass does not have any age down kits, which is interesting. But currently there's no way to get the age down kits or anything like that. I think they're called reversion kits. So yeah, currently there's no way to get them for free or for spending money apparently. So they're not really an option for me. I could spend money, I mean I have money, but I don't know. I enjoy playing the game for free. Of course. But yeah. Have I ever played in Fel? I have not. These are currently my only worlds. Only 2 of these, Vingrid and Angkor, I actually log in on most of the time. Zorskog is my tiny town, which we might as well give an impromptu update. A little bit of an update. Oh, and now we're running into the issue where... Do you run into this? Where Forge of Empires kind of crashes whenever you try to reload the page? Let me know. Yeah. Yeah, this is my tiny town. It's tiny. Has a seed vault because stonks. And yeah. But on that note, I think we're going to close it out here because I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. Hopefully this helped you a little bit with the event. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe you learned something. But thank you for hanging out. Thanks for having a time. Spend some time. Overwhelm says 0 alabaster on the tiny town. I agree. I should change that. But yeah. Alright, thank you all for hanging out. And I don't know, maybe we'll do one like this in the future. Let's try something different with this live stream. See you, Mooncat. See you, Amalia. Thanks, K-Dude. Yeah, and thank you all for hanging out. Take it easy.